Welcome, people. Welcome. Second iteration. We back. Spin the block. My man D Hood. We one short right now. As of now, give him a minute. Brother's gonna make a what they call it, fashionably late entrance. He gonna hit you with the fashionably late. So it's us though for now. Literally anything podcast for the people. Yeah. We are live on Facebook for the second time. YouTube and Twitch live for the first time. Definitely happy to have any viewers we may have on there showing us any love from those mediums. It is appreciated. For those of you who may be new or not following everything, you can check the bottom of the screen and you will see all our socials available there for you. If you have not followed them, follow them all at this time, please. We appreciate every little bit of love and support, and we are ready to rock. My guy, what's on your mind, man? Let me hear something.
Off the top of my head, boom. Kanye is the richest black man in history.
All right, so I love when we have something together, like, because I had that written down and something I might want to get to or might not, depending on whether or not one of y'all mentioned it. So, Ye is my guy, man. And let me explain. Ye, pre whatever the hell happened in the last 3.5 years, is my guy. Yeah, like,
nah, but hold on. Oh, I'll let you finish.
So, I'll explain, because you such a if you were a Kanye fan, like at the beginning of that, man. Like them first 3 albums, bro. 4 even up to My Beautiful Dark. No, listen. So, but then on the what was the silver John, the all clear John,
Yeezus.
Yeezus. You started to see like, wait a minute, and then he brought it back a little bit with Life of Pablo. You like, wait a minute, it might, and then the other John, it's like it had this here's and there's, it had some classic songs. But as a full project, it wasn't a great project. The Cuddy John is ridiculous. He got a couple other Johns on there, but it wasn't a great project in comparison to what you get from Ye.
Right.
So that's just, how I feel. But on some real shit, y'all love Yeezys. That's the lesson in all of this. Because if you don't think listen,
I got 5 pairs on the floor right now.
If you, for any reason at all, don't believe that a huge part of that money is coming from motherfuckers taking L's every Saturday morning,
oh God,
it's me. I'm motherfuckers. Like, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, it's bad out there. Like, you cannot get your hands on a pair of them things nowhere, no how, no matter what. But it is a absolutely, it's a beautiful thing to see a brother hitting them numbers, man. Like, I'm never going in any way, shape, or form down talk that sort of greatness from anybody of our hue. That's not how I'm gonna do. Like, nah, you're not gonna hear me hating on a billionaire. Like, that's not a black billionaire. Like, that's corny. Like, we not doing that.
What Hov say? Hov was like, why the fuck would I drink Belvedere while Pop got Ciroc? That's a fact.
Yeah, like, exactly. Like, you wilding on that. I'm not in any way, shape, or form like going to downplay that, like, for nobody, for no likes, no views, no hot take. Yeah, that's corny, man. Like salute that, man. Like, that's a grind. Hove had sneaks before. Them shits was cool for a year, and then they disappeared.
I had every color. I even had some brown and orange ones that matched this dumbass LRG jacket that I had.
Listen, bro. This is what I'm telling you. Like, everybody had a moment. But that Yeezy shit is not a moment. Like, those things are here. Like, it's a wrap. He can never make another pair now and just retro the ones he dropped and keep making money. Like, he's absolutely got that shit cornered perfectly. And he had it with Nike. I can't believe Nike let that walk out the door. Like, I don't know. But anyway.
I have an interesting take on that. I think that it came at a point where, what is your stock? Your net worth? What is your valuation? And his valuation at the time wasn't that hot. Like at that time, he's screaming on Sway because he broke.
Man, Raymond Kelly, black excellence at his finest, indeed, sir.
Absolutely. Yeah, me and this man are the biggest Kanye whores that could even But the funny thing is, I was having this conversation the other day. Remember, people get so irritated with me because my memory is as if I'm your age, right? Like I remember very small, nuanced things and have formed my own opinions on them, and people receive them as if like, nigga, you too young for that. You heard that from somebody. So like, what I'm about to say next is, remember, there was a time where Timbaland would come out crazy. The whole game would catch up to Timbaland. And then Timbaland will make something else crazy. The whole game. I'm starting to feel like, because I didn't like Yeezus when it first came out, and now it's not my favorite, but I could listen to it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like every time Kanye does something, and in the moment we're like, I hear this nigga doing he doing what he gonna do, and then after a while you're like, hold up.
This is actually genius.
Right.
Like, so I'll admit, like for me, I still don't like Yeezus. It's just it's a few songs on there I like. I'm not gonna say I don't like none of the album, but I'm not a huge fan. It's my least favorite album of his. You know, save for the previous album that I absolutely didn't listen to at all. The gospel album, I didn't listen to a track. But I think he won a Grammy or got nominated for a Grammy. Did he win it or did he get nominated? Yeah, exactly. So you know, what the hell do I know? Anyway, I can't give you any opinion on that work because I didn't sample said work. But what I'm saying is that sonically, like, it's just as far as like, if you look at it as a whole with his entire like catalog, it's pretty seamless top to bottom.
Right.
Like even it has some dry spots, but I mean, like it's definitely a very impressive group catalog of music. Like you just can't deny that at all.
Even 808s and Heartbreaks came out my sophomore year in high school, and I hated it originally. Hated it. Like I literally but also I was like such a G. I mean, I almost had G-Unit like tattooed on my like everybody else. Like
right.
So when he was going back and forth with 50, I was like, I just wish 50 would punch this nigga in his mouth. Like that's how I felt. Like literally hating for no reason at all.
Right.
So ask the last time I listened to Curtis. Like the person, ask the last time I listened to that album.
Word.
I don't know. So it got some Jones on there. Definitely, like, I Get Money, then the Forbes 123 remix, crazy. Like AO Technology, crazy. Like this is some Jones on there, but I can tell you songs word for word on 808 songs. I think I needed to grow up a little bit. And when I got to college, I was like, damn, Kanye was really on. Because prior to college, you couldn't tell me that Drake's Say Was Real wasn't better than Say You Will. You couldn't tell me. Oh, I mean, and even if somebody presented the argument to me right now, I probably could have been like, I hear your argument on it. But then as a 7-year-old that be going through shit,
yeah, it's different.
Who is that motherfucking?
They tell you it hit different, right?
It hit different.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, and we got Raymond Kelly, Mike Dean, Body Yeezus Mix Wise. The album is an experience to listen to. Here, and that's what I mean sonically. Like it's not always the most impressive lyrically, or it may, but like as just a composed piece. Yes, absolutely.
Ye got his rocks off on there.
Yeah.
That last verse of New Slaves.
Yeah. Like I said, some songs on there. That song grew on me. I didn't like it at first, and then it grew on me because he really do his thing at the end of that. Go ahead.
Let me tell you how the shit grew on me. And this is like this. I have two like Ye stories that are right place, right time. So I'm on the boardwalk. It was definitely summertime. I'm on a boardwalk in Atlantic City doing what we do. I probably got a Wawa half-gallon fruit punch. Probably a quarter of it is gin. That was my thing, my gin and juice back in the day. That was my interpretation of gin and juice. It was on Beef Eater too. I was on Beef Eater. I was drinking Beef Eater like 16 years old. For what? I've been going through shit. So
bro, I'm walking on a boardwalk. Person.
I mean,
I'm Karen, we see you.
So I'm walking on a boardwalk, and then I get near Boardwalk Hall. Is it? Yeah, Boardwalk Hall, and then the beat come on for loud as shit for like out of nowhere. The beat come on for New Slaves. Boom, 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 boom. So everybody's, what the fuck is this? And then Kanye face show up on the side of Boardwalk Hall. My mama was raised in the era when I was like, oh, what the fuck is this? Like, bro, I had no idea none of this was going down at all. Like, literally, when I tell you, Boardwalk Hall is pretty symmetrical. It's like a rectangle. When I'm walking past it, I get probably as soon as my left shoulder hits like this side, like the beginning of Boardwalk Hall, the beat come on. I get to like the middle, and then Ye face pop up. My mama, I was like, hold on, this nigga about to walk out. Like, never. I mean, we knew Yeezus was coming out because, because what was it? Hove pushed his album up a week ahead, and then
it was a whole lot of drops within there.
Wale pushed his album a week back, and then Cole and Wale was originally supposed to go head to head. Mac Miller had that date for watching movies with the sound off, and then Ye was like, "Hey, he's coming out on July 13th." So I'm like, oh, well, what the fuck we gonna do now? Like,
but you know what? That right there, when that happened though, I gained a real heavy respect for Cole though, because Cole was like, I'm not moving my shit. Like I'm dropping with that.
Yeah,
like let's go. Like he was cool with it. I'm gonna rock out with it. I gained a real heavy respect for Cole after that, man. Like,
and if we keep it at 1,000,
Miller kept his too. Yes, absolutely right, Randy.
Yeah, Cole. I would say Cole album, Born Center is the best album on that day, and then
salute, good brother.
And then Mac, and then Yeezus.
Listen.
All three of those albums are dope, but
The Gifted was a good album too. The Gifted was a very good album. So I don't want to in any way, shape, or form not mention that in that group. But like
on that day,
but on that day, absolutely. Cole housed it. Welcome to all y'all who are checking in the comments. Ray, Sean, Karen, my man John, Maxwell, everybody checking in with us. We appreciate your time and your effort and putting into, clicking the follows and all that good stuff. As you can see, all our socials are scrolling across the bottom of the screen. If you are not following us on something, make sure you go to that something and start following us. Make sure you are showing love. So, I got one for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna just because
Before we move on, because
we ain't gotta move on. Go ahead. No, you got it.
So prior to this, we were talking about the Judas movie. So
right.
In the vein of the climate that we live in, and also we're on the topic of Kanye, and things sound worse when you play it and repeat. Everything's worse when you go back to it. But is there some merit? I'm not picking a side. I'm not. I have my own opinion on it. But is there merit in the seven song album rollout, and then he went to TMZ and was like, "Oh, y'all were slaves for sound like a choice to me," and people ran down that man's neck, rightfully so, like saying like, "Oh, y'all chose to be slaves." That's fucked up.
Yeah.
But what's the difference between him saying that and Harriet Tubman saying that I could have freed more if they knew that they were enslaved?
It's the time. You know the difference. You know the difference. It's the time.
I'm not defending him at all. I'm just asking.
I'm not saying that you're defending it. I'm just saying, like, if you take just a hot second to really just break that down, the difference is very easy. It's the time. In today's time and age, like that's not a comment that can hold up. Like when she was saying and doing what she was doing, there was a really heavy slave mindset and just being in that box and living their life. It's a mentality crusher. You know what I mean? Like it's a spirit crushing situation. So I'm not, I can't compare the two. It's not apples to oranges. It's not apples to apples, not oranges to oranges. It's like, vinegar to Kool-Aid. Like it's just not. It's a bad comparison. But listen. Ye's my guy. But so just to kind of bounce off what you were saying with the Fred Hampton. So I don't know if y'all noticed, but changed my screen name this week. Not all the way changed, but like kind of changed. Hold up,
Please,
give me
like
a
this
second.
video was kind of blocking it.
Hold up, that's what I said. Give me a second. Give me a second. All right.
I'm helping one of my fellow rich comrades. He asked for my HBO Max password because everybody on my bumper. Yeah, because you know me, I'm like, yo, y'all can't talk to me different. I got the Max.
Right. So boom, right? I don't know if anybody's seen Judas and the Black Messiah. Is a hell of a movie. If you were just now learning about good brother Fred Hampton at that time, do some research, go back. There's plenty of stuff available to give you some in-depth knowledge of just how great that young brother was. Like, please don't let that 32-year-old man that they hired to play the part of Fred Hampton fool you. That brother wasn't past 21 when that shit happened to him. So, I just so you know, respect the Fred on that. But in that movie, he had such a commanding voice with it, and Fred that he did a good job of emulating Fred's voice. But Fred continuously said everything's for the people. It's for the people. When I decided that I wanted to try this, I needed to find a way to loop both sides into it. It couldn't just be about us talking shit. People can get us talking shit anywhere. You can get talking shit anywhere in the world. It's 9 million podcasts of people just talking shit. But how many of you people are using their ability to talk shit and bring in an audience and have a little bit of fun to go do something positive in the community that they live in, that they serve? In our case, as educators, like it's just not. It's not a single lane thing. It's a multi-lane highway. We trying to get a lot of different places at a good speed, and I really do appreciate y'all for rocking with us on that. So when I say the Fred Hampton the podcast, like I take that shit very personally. Like I'm not just saying that to say it. Like that's what I aim to be. I want when people come up on here and see this, they like, oh, they having fun, whatever. And then when we post the episodes of the things that we doing for the squad and for the team and for the neighborhoods and all that, I want them to have even double the energy. Like come for that. Don't even come to tell. Like if we get 20 views on this, I want 40 views on that. Like that's what I'm on, and this is only the second episode, and we got things in the works. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later when Miz get here. So, I just wanted to have that quick little tangent just to let y'all know. Like sometimes we gonna be serious, sometimes we gonna be bullshitting. And sometimes y'all gonna come in here and be like, "No, I'm gonna holler at them next week," and that's cool too, because we gonna be on that move, and we still gonna be back here next week. But understand that when we say literally anything, we mean literally anything on a lot of different levels. Literally anything for the content, but literally anything we can do to give back, we will do. It's not always going to be great, grand, big gestures because we're doing everything from the muscle for ourselves. And those who want to help, we'll have a way for you to do that if that's what happens. But we are in this thing for what we, for the people that we helping. Nothing else. Nothing else.
Moving forward, we're talking about for being for the people.
Right.
You get your stimulator check.
Oh man, listen, Stimmy Turner had to hit it with the burn. Stimmy Turner. Listen, man. First off, I want everybody to relax. Like, and this is from a person like I'm doing this from my porch. Like, I'm not in no way, shape, or form living this crazy, magnificent life. But if y'all don't relax over $1,400, like if y'all don't sit down over $1,400, like I get it. And I'm not talking to the people. No, I'm serious, man. I'm not talking to the people who really actually, when that money comes, they running to go do something. I'm talking about the jokers out here acting like. But I like to have fun, and I have fun with it. I put a couple posts up having a little fun, poking fun at it. But some of these people you seeing with this are not joking. What they doing is they acting like they joking. Like, no, you see what like, yeah, this is what's happening. Like, I really, really, really need y'all to relax. Like, y'all doing a lot about 1,400, like a bad AC weekend for some people, like, or a bad AC night for other people, like, and if you really know some of the right people in your life, like a bad hand of something, it like relax.
Yo,
I want everybody to win, but I need y'all to chill.
I think the IRS is doing this strategically because I don't really know anybody who taxes who refund came down yet. I seen that shit. The shit was like it was like, oh, when the income tax come down and the STEMI drop, ain't gonna be a crab leg in the ocean.
Yo, did you see the joint? And we gonna segue right into our next little thing. Did you see the joint I posted on the page through the week? It said, don't buy no crab legs. Open up an LLC. Yo, bro,
in the ocean.
Oh man, these. Yeah. I find that to be one of the funniest things about social media, and this will kind of segue into another thing we already touched on earlier. I find one of the funniest things about social media is that before social media, where was all y'all getting this off at?
Y'all was getting it off on Black Planet.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Old heads like
yo, you
y'all on this social media. Y'all on the goddamn Facebook. Bitch, you was on fucking Black Planet watching people do the chicken head. I don't want to hear nothing.
Yo, oh man. First off, you took it way left. As always, I respect that. What I'm saying is this. Is like, I'm not talking about them dudes. I'm talking about like the Twitter LLC faction.
Oh my God.
Like those dudes. Like where is the where are they getting that from? Yo, Black Planet that's the bid right there. That was hilarious.
Y'all niggas be ready to fight about Black Planet.
Yo, listen, man. I gotta wait for Mike to get here. And Left guy get here before we start talking about Black Planet. Right?
I don't even know what Black Planet would look like because the type of shit that my dad was on, I couldn't even look over Buddy's shoulder. The nigga you have my cousin shit. Get out! I'm like, why are you cussing at me right now?
Yo, you're killing me. That's hilarious.
Yo, my dad's email address. My dad was way ahead of his time, bro. My dad's email address was D's at AOL. Not D's nuts.
AOL?
At AOL. Back when you had back when you answered the phone, your ear start bleeding.
Sound like your computer burping on you. Oh man.
Yeah. My dad's email was D's nuts at AOL.
Oh man, you got a shout out off of YouTube, good brother, from put it on the screen for you.
Oh yeah, my big bro, Grizz LaFleur. That's my right hand.
Big facts. Shout out to Grizz. Appreciate you tuning in, good brother. Definitely do.
Let me do it for him. Sure.
Right. Yo, I can't. No. Read that comment. My man Sean tapped in.
Your Papa Richard. That's what I heard. My dad one day. I came home. So my setup was a little bit different. My parents split. I lived at the crib with my dad. So my cousin Nolan. It's funny. My cousin Nolan and my uncle Bo lived with us at one point. My cousin Nolan is my mom's cousin, and my uncle Bo is my mom's brother. Somehow, don't nobody fuck with Tasha, but they fuck with my dad and on her side of the family. Crazy. So we had like a whole bachelor pad. God rest the. I mean, I love my dad to death.
Right.
I walk in the crib. I think I had my little situation with me, and we go in my room, and I was like, it wasn't unusual for my dad to be listening to gospel music. All right, yeah, he doing what he doing. Who car was that outside? I knew this nigga not in there knocking boots to goddamn Fred Hammond. This nigga was in there teeing this lady up to some wow. This lady up to some goddamn gospel music, bro.
Yo, that's hard. Yo, so real quick background for all y'all. One of the ways me and my guy right here always we click from day one because we both have we both lost our fathers already in our life, and it was something that bonded us right from the door. So you will hear both of us with very funny dad stories throughout this, probably a lot of them that we have told to each other, because that is just that's how we get down, and it's definitely one of our bonding pieces. So that's my guy on that. Just wanted to give y'all some background on that real quick because it was a good little but. Whoa, wait a minute though. Back to these LA, because that was crazy. But back to these LLC brothers. Like, is these the same brothers that was like in the subway like down in the gym, and then like now they got phones so they can give it to you like through posts. Like I don't know. Like yeah, like the pamphlet book. No, you know who they was? I don't know if you remember back in the day. See, you might not be old enough for this one. This might be a more of an old nigga memory. But y'all remember, and tap in if you hear this and you remember the brothers who used to ride around the city with the cases of the cologne and shit, with like the button up dress shirts trying to sell you cheap ass off brand cologne. Yo, hood. I promise you ain't seen no crazy shit till you seen a brother who's clearly on parole, which, respect to that. Like, but a brother who's clearly on parole out here trying not to go back to jail, coming up to you with a low yeah, look, hold up, with this kind of shit, tell you I got cool water, and that's what it say on the bottle.
Cool breeze. Wait. So why my brother, he want to kill me for this. My brother's his girl or whatever. He this was like a couple years ago. So he was like, yeah, man, you know what I mean? My girl mom was trying to be nice, and she got me some Polo Red, and you know what I mean? Something didn't look right, but I wasn't paying it no mind. It smelled just like it. This nigga handed me the cologne bottle. That shit had a black horse on it like this, and it said Pool, Pool.
Oh, not Polo,
Pool.
Oh man.
Yo. That shit said Pool on it.
Oh,
it looked just like it. Same shape, same color. Smelled like it.
Oh man, yo, I'm trying to tell you, these brothers was getting they hustle on, man. They was going around, and for some, I guess they only gave these jobs out in the summer. That was the only time I ever saw these brothers. Like I never saw them in the winter. It was never like a fair day. It was always like the blazingest hot ass day you could think of, and these brothers is dragging like the airport pulley luggage around with the button up. But the loose, like, because this was like when the crazy, like, you needed to wear it as big as possible, Michigan Fab 5 days. So it's like brothers got on like 9X dress shirts, dying 5'8", dragging at his ankles and shit, like wearing a butter, like it's bad, bro. You missed a golden awful era with that shit, bro. Like you trying to go to the movies or something, to the arcade with the footage, but hey, yo, brother, can I talk to you for a second? Man, I don't want that shit. Like, but here go the thing: if you a young boy and they're a little older than you don't want to be too pop fly with it, because then this motherfucker might now you're gonna have to fight the cologne man. Now you take a cologne back to the block. Yeah, we had to whoop boy ass and take his cologne. He's so crazy. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta tread lightly because it'll shape how your day might go. That's what I'm saying.
What Dave I'll say, like, okay, so like you could leave, but I mean, we could fuck you up. It'd be cool if you left, but we could. We do reserve the right to fuck you up.
Yo, that's a good one. That's classic. All Chappelle's classic. Wait a minute. Let me see something. I don't know who this is. That yo, Black Panther used to pop. Where are you, bro? You're killing me.
You just pull up Luke Cage.
That was an old picture of Left. Remember, he's an ex-military dude, so he
watching. They can get on here.
Did you just hear me say, "Where are you?" This brother wildin'. Oh, yo. Yo, the drunk cologne man was definitely drawn. Like, I know people who are like of my age remember that. Like, it was a ruthless ass time. These brothers was really out there getting at it, man. It was tough for them. But I'm not. I respect everybody's hustle. Now, as far as these stimulus checks, here's the one thing I want to say though. I hope that people understand that all this shit is political. It's all something that needs to be done to make you feel a certain kind of way. So please don't take that shit too personal. Continue to grind for you. Continue to take care of yourself. Continue to, do what you need to do to make sure you are in the best position and build with the people who will support you in those things. Because in the end, we're going to have to get this shit ourselves. And that's, my quick little bop word of the day on that, because ain't nobody. Anyway. So, bro, Nas won a Grammy. Me and Esco share the same birthday. So that's a personal little thing. But on top of that, that's my guy. and I was very, very happy to see Nas win a Grammy, man. Like it's long overdue.
Okay.
But
okay.
And when I say long overdue, not necessarily a Grammy, but I mean high level recognition for the work, some of the work he's put out. I don't necessarily mean that he's had a Grammy winning album previously. I say that to say that he's had high levels of work with low levels of recognition, in my opinion. Right. So that's because I seen you making faces like, wait a minute, like.
No, I love Nas. You know I love Nas. You know I love Nas. But, I mean, I think that when you're the only person to ever dethrone the king, right? There's a certain level of recognition that comes with that, and people don't acknowledge kind of the BS that comes with Nas as well. Like Nas isn't the best album maker. Like Nas isn't the best. Like when Hope 4 albums 10 years, nigga, I could divide. Hope lost that battle, but that's a fucking fact. 4 albums 10 years, nigga, I could divide. Bro,
you'll never hear me say that Takeover wasn't 100%. He didn't lie on Takeover.
He didn't lie. Yeah,
he didn't tell a fucking lie. If you think Ether was better, that's great. That's like, and I don't disagree with that, but he didn't lie. He never at any point lied.
Takeover is better than Ether. All the other songs and everything else encapsulated in that entire moment was in Nas's favor.
Right. Ray says Freddie should have won the Grammy. I love Alfredo, man.
I love
Alfredo. I wouldn't have been. I was listening to that shit on my way to work this morning for sure. So I will in no way, shape, or form argue with anybody who says that. For me, like I said, Esco is just like, you know, I remember grabbing. It was written that in all these other maybe it's a nostalgia thing for me, but I'm just happy to see him get recognition on that level because I feel like. Other than Ether, people, everybody knows Ether, but I'm talking about just the fact that, like, Illmatic is just an incredible piece, like, just an incredible piece of just like writing and well put together and just a story and an album, skillful as shit. Like, it's just crazy.
Is the bars are always he always gonna give you top notch bars, like always. It's the production that's always been the thing for me.
He picks shitty beats, man.
Yeah,
he picks shitty beats,
and then it's not even in a way where like somebody can say like Eminem picked shitty beats too, but Eminem picked beats that work for him. Like Eminem picks beats that are good for him. Like anybody else, like that shit.
I don't disagree, man.
But Nas just don't pick the. So like for me, Illmatic, it was written. Stillmatic. We know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
And then Life is Good. Like Life is Good. And then King what's his genre?
King's Disease.
Yeah, King's Disease. I kept thinking King's Dead, but I only know that's a Kendrick song.
So
King's Disease. Like those are his best, most well-produced projects. And I would challenge people to listen to that project because Hit Boy producer of the year.
I'm about to say, let's not even play. Anything he's on right now is popping. Hit Boy's crazy right now. If I hear that intro at the beginning of a song, I don't care who's on the track. I'm gonna listen to it. Like he's cooking right now. Like what he did with Benny, and on top of like come on, man.
I know you're not the biggest Big Sean fan, but like Detroit 2 is a I love Detroit 2.
Yeah, no, Detroit 2 is a great album. Here's the thing, right? And let me not say great. And it's a great album. It's not a great album if you compare it to Detroit 1. But I think sometimes people have to stop doing that. Like, I get that that's the natural inclination to do that, but is it fair? Is it really fair? Like when you take something that's like so high level, such high level material, and try and compare it.
Let's peel the layers back, right? Let's peel the layers back. Detroit 1 is the first time we've heard Big Sean not rap corny. Coming off of, let's keep it. I mean, he can always rap. It was kind of like corny, right? So it's the first time that we hear him rap not kind of corny. 1,
right?
2, is Detroit 1 really album material? I love Detroit 1, top to bottom. Like my Twitter name, not my shit has always been D Hood, whatever. But like you know how you could change like your name. My shit was Young Eggs, man, for the longest time because Snoop Lion, when he did this, he was, man, I was so cold with flipping them eggs. They used to call me Young Eggs, man. So I love Detroit 1. But is it really album material? No, it was a mixtape. That project is so feature heavy.
It's a really good mixtape though. Like it's not, it's a well above average mixtape. It is a mixtape. I agree with you on that. Like it's definitely in composition and sound and just general flow. It's 100% a mixtape. But hell, it's a good one, man. And like you said, I was not a huge Big Sean fan. It even made me go back a little bit and look at some of the stuff to make sure I wasn't tripping. I wasn't. I still don't fuck with nothing pre-Detroit. Like everything that I'm a fan of.
I don't give a fuck about anything.
Is Bruce. Yeah, like no, man, bro I'm lying. He had one song that I like, but I didn't like it necessarily because I like the song. I think the beat, the production on it was just crazy, and my brain's not gonna let me remember it right now, so I will not stammer and go, what is it? But if it comes to me, I'll definitely throw it up there. Follow us on everything. You'll see it scrolling at the bottom. If you have not done so already, please do so now. Go to everything. We know our support. We need our love. Share this. No matter what you want right now, hit the share button. Tell your folks to come get tapped in with us. We on here talking shit, joking, playing around, all that good shit. All right, so Nas won a Grammy, but fuck the Grammys though. Like, so because why in the world can't they ever get it right in nothing? Like, I
think they got it pretty close this year.
After how many years, bro? But after how many years, though?
So I'm not because it's fuck the Grammys for me. Because for 25 years, not even 25 years ago, we couldn't even attend a ceremony. Will Smith,
right.
So like it's for it to be so close. If you would have told me that in the 60s, I guess it was the times.
Yeah, it was 93, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, y'all will mail it to you. You feel me?
Right, meet them on the side, like when you pull up to the drive-thru and the food ain't done and you got to move it. Like, can you drive up, and then we bring it out front. He wasn't allowed to get his food at the drive-thru. He had to get it from the front.
McDonald's got the drive-up window now. Like, they got a whole window dedicated just for, at least one in my crib. They got a window dedicated just, hey, your food not done. Pull up to that window. Like, I didn't even know that shit was there.
You live in Jersey though, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, hey, man.
Yeah.
I'm throwing a comment on there. I'll let you respond to it if you read it on the screen. Ray had something to say.
Sky Camp, that's not your podcast, nigga.
Yo.
But I mean, there's some merit. There's some merit in that. There's definitely some merit in that. I'm not. I happen to be. I mean, you know why I'm a Meg Thee Stallion fan now. You know why I'm a Meg Thee Stallion fan. But yeah, she shouldn't have won over Baby. Baby had the biggest. He sold the most. Like she definitely shouldn't have won that. I think that was just kind of a ploy to pull Beyonce to the function. But
I mean, but I'm gonna say something controversial. And I was going to wait for Miz to get here, but it's 8:38, so we just gonna keep it pushing to the brother left. Where the hell are you at? Anyway, Beyonce might be the best female rapper ever, and I say that respectfully.
Yo, I told you, my nigga. When Hov said, if you don't jump to put jeans on, baby, you don't feel my pain. I felt that.
Yo, bro. So listen, right? I was just like, and I saw the whole thing. Everybody was like, Beyonce won, Meg won because of B, or B won, whatever it was. So I started really like examining every time she really just got on the track and went bars. Not like they might have been like the little sing-songy bars, but in today's hip hop, that counts. Like, so like she got like she don't miss. Like I'm not saying but I'm almost sure she's being helped. Yeah, exactly. But
yeah, sure. Hold on. But so I see right here, Camp say, oh, Jay writes her bars. I mean, if we ain't gonna give it to Hov because she snapped on ape shit, and that's all Offset. Offset murdered that second. Yo, bro.
She trashed that beat. She was cooking on that joint. I can't even front. She definitely was cooking on that joint. She was cooking on that joint, and when they did that shit live, she was double cooking on that joint. Like, yeah, I definitely, she gets all props from me for ape shit. That shit hard. Like, yeah, Offset, he wrote the hell out of that.
Dang.
Yeah, no, she. But you know what I'm saying. I of course I am saying that facetiously. I don't really believe that Beyonce is the best female rapper ever, but like she like talk shit though. She could go bar for bar with a lot of you heifers. You know what I mean? I wouldn't. Yeah, Future wrote the verse drunk, and she cooked "Drunk in Love" too. She definitely was cooking on that joint too. Yeah, like
I mean, so did you see? I watched a portion of it. Gilly, what's Gilly's man's name? Gilly, and his bands that do the podcast with him.
Go ahead, just keep going because we gonna do that. The same shit I was just talking about.
They was on the Breakfast Club, and they was talking about people writing for, because Gilly has written for people. Gilly has written for Wayne, is documented.
Yeah,
like Gilly has written for whoever. And previous to, because I was one of them backpack ass motherfuckers for my whole life. Now I really don't care.
Good Wallow. Right? Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, because he's cool, but he's cool with them for real. That's how he know their names.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah. That's cool too. Shout out to them.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like I really don't, at this point in my life, I don't care anymore. Like I really do, and especially when you bring something to the table. Like, we know Wayne can go in. Cool, he got a bar from this person. Like the whole thing with Soulja Boy this week. Drake stole my fucking bar. How many bars does Drake have outside of that one? Tell me. That's one of the weakest songs. It's one of Drake's weakest fucking songs. So like, why would you claim that? I really wouldn't care.
My whole thing with that is,
if you would have stole, if you would have told me, if Soulja Boy was like, yo, Drake took this from me, ex-girl, see the female version of me. I got strippers in my life and they versions to me. Bro, I was like, all right, Soulja, you got one. But
so go ahead.
Yeah, I seen Lefty just Texas. I just don't care. Like I don't give a fuck at this point in my life. Sahai the Prince made a perfect point. He was like, yo, when a rapper starting to get that recognition, like album of the year, and you got there, is just you and your engineer, you writing your engineer queuing your shit up, and like Kanye will make his beats, was presumably, writing his shit, and then you get to the album of the year recognition, you don't get it, and you going up against the Adeles and the Beyoncés and the Sam Smiths and the this and that.
Right.
But you got 15, like every record got this many writing credits and no samples. So that the writing credits aren't coming from because it was sampled this song. No, it's because all these people were giving input on these songs. Your brain can't go against that machine.
Right. No, I mean, listen. I've come to understand that clearly the world don't give a fuck. So why should I? Like, because there was a time in hip hop where that shit would have ruined Drake. And the reality is that if that happens in 91, it's like, all right, we done with you. Like, it's a wrap. Like, it just is. It's like, that's just not something that's happening. That's why you hear a lot of the OGs, brothers my age and a little bit older, saying they can't rock with Drake for that reason, because they pure to the root of it. And some of it is being stubborn, some of it is not wanting to grow with shit, some of it is just being who having your principles. I respect it either way. I personally have come to the belief and just understanding, like I said, if the masses don't give a fuck, and we still gonna be out there dancing, singing, and doing all that shit to it, because the shit bang, we can't front like it don't. Like, I'm not that guy. Like, those are the motherfuckers that drive me crazy. I ain't listening to that shit. Like, trying not to nod their head ass, like they doing a little slow now. I hate them. That shit drives me crazy. Like, come on, what are you doing, man? There's no need for that. Like, yeah, it's not your style, but that doesn't make it whack. Like, it's not trash because it ain't what you do.
Yeah.
Everybody got their thing. Let people have their thing, man. But that's just old nigga trying not to get too far out of touch with shit. But I'm not even a big time old school dude. Like I like a few of them brothers, but like I'm not a huge old school dude. Like I you know, you give me some Kane and some G Rap, like them brothers is crazy. I wasn't like you. I'm not the old head that be like, yo, Mo D was crazy back in the day. I'm like, man, if you don't sit your ass down, man. And I'm like, listen to no goddamn cool Mo D. Sit ass away. Like I'm not that guy, but I know a few of them.
Donald Glover has a real like a great joke that comes like in his weirdos. I think it's his weirdo stand up where he was saying how it's all those hip hop purists like, oh yeah, like back in the golden age. He's like, no, that shit was trash back then. Like I went to the hat store and I bought myself hat. Like that shit is so fucking shut up.
Yeah, that shit was trash. Like I can't even fret. Like it like respect for being the pioneers and laying, you know, the groundwork and making sure that shit could evolve the way it evolved. But like, as far as the way shit ages, that shit aged awfully. Speaking of age awfully, see, and this is something, I don't know if we had this conversation, but I ain't even had this written down, but it just hit me as I had this thought. So, you know how sometimes, right, you remember the era you was in and how you liked something and what made you, you know, made you draw to it. But then when you look back, you be like, bro, I am here to tell you. Let me look at this motherfucking camera. I'm here to tell all y'all, me, KP, Fred Hampton, the podcast, on Literally Anything podcast, that Dipset shit didn't age well. Listen to it now. That shit's trash. I don't care. And I don't care if we lose all because I know I got some homies on here that was heavy Dipset, bro. Yo, that shit aged horribly. That shit aged bad, bro.
Hang your Pink Boost mobile phone up, bro.
Like that shit aged bad. Like I don't care what none of y'all say. That shit aged bad. Like you go back and listen to it now, that shit sounds stupid. Like a lot of it. And I'm not saying all of it. There's still some tracks that stand up, and you know, it's some classic joints. But if you just look over the whole, like what the buzz was versus the quality of the work when you go look back at it, man, that shit was goofy. Oh man, I wasn't a huge Dipset boy. Like, you know, I rocked with what I rocked with. I fucked with Cam up until Dipset, honestly. And then I had to like kind of, I don't know. Then he kind of gained the steam back for me. Now he back on where I felt like he should have been with it. But you know, I'm that's just my opinion. I don't know how you feel about it, brother. You know, I don't know when the last time you went back and tried to listen to it.
I wasn't a big Dipset fan. Like Dipset was super compartment. Like I was a big State Property fan, and like that's kind of like
as was I.
But like I was more of a G Unit and State Property as opposed to Dipset as themselves. You know what I mean? And like when you look at it, Dipset's run on Rockefeller was very short-lived. So like you can kind of almost like glance over it.
Right.
Yeah, I was never super, and I used to get like snap necks for being a young boy. I was the one young boy, like super young, even when I was in elementary school. Even like the dudes around me who was like my brother's age and what have you, my opinion was definitely validated because it was rooted in fact. Like there was a lot of time, like I had that like analytical music kind of thing going for me when I was younger. So me being around the older dudes and saying like I don't like Cameron. Because what, 6-7-year-old is saying Hove is his favorite rapper and then rapping a B-side at that time. You know what I mean? My musical opinion is, So me saying that I didn't really like Cameron. I mean, Jewel's my like I used to ride what was Jewel's album called?
Something that the game's been something like that. What the game's been missing or something like that. Yeah.
That was I fucked with that album top to bottom. And I used to listen to Jewel's freestyle. I was a huge Jewel's fan. I ain't wear them goofy ass Iron Starts headbands like
Yo, Jewel's had brothers going around with size 9X fitteds and bandanas and like when I tell like this is what I'm saying, like for what that movement was then versus when you go back and really listen to that music, man, it just does not match up. I'm not saying that it never at any point matches up. So I just don't understand what it was about. But who the hell am I, man? I'm just, a brother here
when you
giving
think
an
about
opinion and shit.
What music? The music that came out in that time, like the 99 through 04 5-year frame, a lot of that stuff we're still listening to. Like Many Men got sampled 3 times last year on big records. So, so there's a lot of stuff that we're still listening to. Dipset just kind of turns out to be one of them. Like Hey Ma might get played at a wedding.
You might get a few of the hits sprinkled in, some of the shit they made singles for, but precisely like you said, like, and maybe that's a regional thing. Maybe that's only where we are. Excuse me. I think that that's definitely possible, but it's just no way in the world that everything, like you said, from Cash Money, like all that shit still getting run. Everything from that era, you still hear consistently in a rotation on some level or another with anything. Every single Throwback Thursday, they play a certain group of songs from that era all the time. If you at that, that level as far as the a function or whatever, and that's where the DJ pocket at, he and all of that shit. He gonna hit a Hey Ma because it's going Hey Ma. It's gonna have that little like Slater type crowd situation to it. Yeah. For the 99 and the 2000 OG Triple OG.
Said you working around the fast yet? Yeah. Hold on. We talk about Cash Money, right? What is? Because I think I said this to you before. I say this to all my friends too. What do you think Hov's worst verse ever was?
Worse. Hold up. Before I say that, let me get my guy in here. Yo, bro.
Was bragging.
Was really good, bro. Oh man, what's poppin', yo? Good to have you in here, my guy.
Yeah, I done missed a lot, man. But episode 2, we here.
We here though, man. Part deal as
yeah.
So go ahead, brother Hood. Restate your questions for the gallery again.
My question was, what do you think, or do you have this on? Do you have one in your mind of Hov's worst verse? A lot of feedback that I've gotten is Pound Cake. A lot of people say the second half of Pound Cake.
But you can't do that though. You can't say
the first half is crazy.
I'm about to say you can't say he was cooking at the beginning and then didn't, like, whatever. Like that's. But I'll tell you what his worst song is.
Okay.
It is on Kingdom Come. Anything.
It's the light.
That is no. That's the second one.
Hollywood.
No, the one with Usher is the worst one.
Anything you want, girl.
Yeah. Yes.
The beat on that song is horrible.
That shit is trash. I'm cool. Like, come on, bro. You're my guy. That was trash. I'm just not a fan of that album. Me personally.
I like that album. It's in the lower register.
It has some very good highs, but it has some very low lows. That's what it is about that album. That's fire. Yeah, that's fire. Beach Chair, fire. Absolutely. Trouble. Oh man, like the way he got on that.
I got in trouble again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So no, I'm with you on that.
But even the intro was hard. A lot of
the intro is his best intro ever. Like, and don't talk to me about anything else. Yeah. What?
No. I'm going back through intros.
Like, don't get it twisted. Stevie Wonder with Braids Under the Do-Rag. That was my shit up until, and that was volume 3, I think, which is not a great. No, that's Dynasty, as a matter of fact. That's Dynasty intro.
Dynasty's a collab project to me, though.
Yeah, true.
I don't really put that in the whole albums for real. Dynasty is a collab album to me.
When you go to look it up, man, it's only under his discography. It ain't under nobody else's. And you got to look harder for Streets is Watching than you do for Dynasty.
Streets is Watching is only on Tidal. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's the only place you can find it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yo,
bro. Just so you know, you should read the screen just for your lateness. Somebody said,
$5? You are charging me $5 because I had to go to work. I had to work. You know, the people that I have to drive people up and down the line. You know, I had to work. I'm sorry.
Well, my brother Ship said he's gonna hop in with us. Hey, Ship, you are welcome to come up here and talk a little shit, man. We'll do that one day for sure. Let me know. That's my OG. He part of the reason why I knew how to get this shit popping, because Ship gave me some tips. Like when I first was talking about it like months ago, Ship held me down. I'm texting this brother, getting on his nerves. I know he ain't feel like it, but he still got back with me and gave me the information I needed. It's part of the reason why you see us here today. So appreciate you, brother. Definitely
appreciate
do.
You, Ship. I don't know you, but appreciate you.
Yeah,
that's my guy. That's my guy.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, we that's a brother we used to work with, Left. But
okay.
So all right. Left, you missed a few things.
I saw something about Black Planet.
Hold on. Wait. Let me get my worst whole verse off, and then we can move into Black Planet.
Go ahead.
And this is the verse that a lot of people don't know about. Remember by Juvenile?
The remix?
That beat was fucking Hove. That beat had Hove against the ropes, my nigga. That beat had Hove against the ropes.
See, here's the thing. I hate the way he rapped on the beat. I think on another beat, he might have been able to do something with the words he used.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's hard for me to say worst verse based on that, but I understand where you're coming from with it. That
beat had Hove against the ropes.
I have 2 jobs of court report accordingly. Okay.
Man, at you.
I did speak it over with the proprietor of the brand before this situation came about.
Ooh,
but
you heard that? The proprietor.
Listen, man, I got words, Doug. I got words.
That word is worth more money than I am. Don't you go thinking.
Listen, that word.
I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying for the people. Like
that word is all encompassing.
Yeah, indeed. Yo, so let me catch you up, Miss. All right, before we spin the block to Black Planet, because I got a feeling that's gonna take off into something different. Give me a second, right? All right, so Beyonce is the best female rapper ever. You missed that. Kanye's a billion. Look at his face. You see him?
I'm just trying to figure out who Jean Grey is. Then
that's hyperbole, there, sir.
I was just
that's me exaggerating.
I didn't want to get caught up in the Rhapsody.
Yeah. So
Rhapsody is my pick.
That Rhapsody, man, she really has bars like for days, man. Like it's really hard for me to pick anybody over her currently. If I gotta go all time, I don't know. I really can't pick it. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, because there's so many skewed pieces of who wrote stuff for who.
And Lauren Lauren don't have a body of work. Like,
no, not the proper
she got catalog. The holy grail of an album, but she don't have a body of work. Yo, rap is it.
We can't. I think we really do need to move away from she don't write her stuff, because 10 minutes ago we just said that we don't care when niggas don't write their stuff. So we really got to move away from that. Not we as us three, but I'm just saying we as a hip hop culture, we can't get caught up on she don't really write her stuff, because at this point I really don't care.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is that, like, if you're having the discussion in a big room, like, this is a small room discussion, this is just 3 of us. But if you're in a big room having this conversation, the overwhelming way it's going to lean is the ones who write are always going to get heavier consideration over the ones who may not have. Like, that's just that. Now, I'm not saying we have to accept that, but what I'm saying is, as a consensus, that's what you're going to be up against. So, all things equal, Foxy is still my favorite female rapper ever. Like projection and just like the whole, like, man, listen, Fox is still my favorite, but
her voice is so deep. I used to be like, this nigga spitting.
Yeah, no, Fox definitely be on the blast mode with that. So no, I agree that her voice was deep as hell, but she definitely was my favorite female splitter, and still is for the most part. If she was still doing work.
I remember us on Forest Ave, dog, like that Foxy Brown. Matter of fact, remember my pop seeing the album cover for Foxy album.
Yo, bruh.
Pop turned to a whole perv.
OG was on some like, who that little brown? Like, oh, wait a minute, Pop, it's a CD. Relax.
CD cover, Pop. It's a CD cover.
Speaking of CD covers, my OG, one of my dads, he just passed away a couple years ago. Big Damon, my guy, he's one of the dudes that, you know, when my pop passed, he went through like immediately without hesitation. Was finding a whole bunch of pictures of when they was kids going to Six Flags and stuff like that, because me and my pop didn't really have that many pictures together. So he was just every so often he would send me a DM me on Facebook, send me pictures. So one day me and this joker was talking. We ended up like talking about jail, and I think he posted this on Facebook too. But we was talking about like jail. I never been to jail. That's not my cup of tea. That's not something that I'm well worth.
Congratulations, my nigga.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying. I just wanted to make it clear that I wasn't having this conversation from a perspective of nigga, when I was in there too. Nah, that's not what's happening. But he was like, you know what I mean? He was like, that little Kim cover got me through my whole bid.
Listen, I can guarantee the hardcore album cover got people through some stuff, because I remember when I was in the Air Force, I had the poster.
Man,
out of my bed.
He had the poster on
the Lil Kim hardcore cover. That nigga.
So I'm gonna just say,
throw your dice, Damon.
It's certain shit that 15, 16, 17-year-old young men shouldn't have access to then, because that was a different life. Like, you had to go in the top of the closet to find the good tapes and all that shit. Like, none of that shit was like, nothing was in your hand. Like, these young boys, yo, they live a different life when it come to that,
yo. Remember my first year at our situation? Young boy in the tent. So we worked at a school, and young boy, the teacher had a cool down space. So if you felt overwhelmed, or if you did all your work, whatever have you could go take a break in that little cool down space. And it was like a pop-up tent. This young boy don't do nothing quiet. So I walked in like, where's Whoop De Whoop? Oh yeah, he in the tent.
His name Whoop De Whoop.
Yeah,
I mean, for purposes of legalities, he gonna be Whoop De Whoop today.
Yeah, he gonna be Whoop De Whoop. So walk back to that. I did it like you know how when you ever get beat when you walk in the house, like you did something that you walked in and they did a hop out on you. Man, I said, what you going in there? No. Bro, there's 15,000 little boys around you.
Wow. Man, listen.
Throw your dice, Damon.
I'm about to say, he was on Dame Dice rule. Like, no, that's bad. Yeah. Wow. Man, listen. One day we gonna do a show from like on all the stories we got from our profession. We gonna have to craft that carefully to make sure we, you know what I mean. But one day we gonna do one just on that, because good God, like when man, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all one real fast, just one, and this is from early in the game. I was at a particular place in North Philadelphia that I was working. I won't, give any information behind that. I mean, beyond that, I should say. But working there, we standing outside doing dismissal, right? Young lady comes up. She's an 8th grader. She wasn't in school that day, but she came to the let out.
Oh, that's regular.
So no. Oh no, wait. Conversation. How you gonna skip school? Come up here to the back and forth. So you know me, I'm not that dude. You already did it. It is what it is. Keep it moving. She like, you know what? I like you a lot, Miss Spade. You cool. Like, you one of the people, when I come back and take care of all my colors, I'm gonna make sure you cool too. Wait a minute. Stop. The mother. You're what now? When I tell you, first off, you know
she
me.
Black?
Yeah. Did you
was
hear
in
me when I
North.
said
In
the
the
school was
North.
at? North Philadelphia.
I know exactly. Yeah.
It wasn't no other kind of children in the school. I promise you, not a one.
So even still, yeah.
Yo, wait. So I literally, when I tell you, like, you know me, my sense of humor is warped, like disgustingly warped. I'll be all over the place with the shit that I find funny that just isn't funny. I looked at this young lady, I said, pardon me, 1960 called, and they were like their word back. Who taught you colored? You're 13 years old. I was so mad. Like, my soul was hurt that she knew how to even use this shit like that. And like, she like, man, listen, when I tell you, it's one of the most disappointing days of my entire education career. Like, as in the time I've been doing this, I have never been sadder a day in my life than when this young lady called all these people that she liked. These were the people she liked. These were her friends.
So imagine what she's talking about.
Yo, man, when I tell you,
who that nigga up on that nag? That nigga up on that nag. So treat him like he white. No, do not treat him like he white.
Oh man, like real shit, man. That like, yeah, like I said, we could do an entire fucking show on that if we chose to. We won't right now. But Miz, you get your stimmy?
You
get your stimmy?
Stimmy. I don't even know what that is, bro.
Here we go. Here y'all niggas go, bro.
Look, I work for a living, so
do I, and I was happy to have mine.
Look, I mean, life is what life is, but I'm gonna let everybody else be great, you know.
As you should, bro. As you should.
Shout out! Look, I'm trying to get close enough to the camera so y'all can see the name on it. You know.
Yeah, that's fire. This is
that crochet cutie, dog. That's that. You know, I plugged it last week. I was letting people know that she got that fire. And
righteous.
Yes, sir. Like, this is one of two that I grabbed today. Like, this was my, like, I got a big head, so it ended up stretching because I got a big head. But I was completely out of uniform today with this John on. Like, but
you just did what you wanted to do. Fuck it. It is what it is. I get that.
Going down the line like, do he got on a custom hat? Yes, I do.
Yes. A custom transportation beanie.
I have to let these motherfuckers know that I don't play by the rules and shit.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
I definitely ain't scared of them motherfuckers. You know, I shoot up and down.
I got suspended from school. I got suspended from school when I was a young boy. For some reason, I don't know why my parents didn't get it. Don't let me watch what I want. Because I'm going to school.
You was the kid that performed it.
Yes.
You was the little nigga that went to school and performed it.
Bro, man. Remember Chappelle's show used to come on Tuesdays. On Wednesday, I had the whole episode for the team. On Wednesdays at lunch,
better not bring your kids.
So when I was a young boy, I had to be like 5 or 6. My grandma and everybody piling my grandma, my great grandma, and like a bunch of my like older cousins, my cousins that are probably like my grandparents' cousins, that type of shit.
Right.
They got the Kings of Comedy VHS. I'm the only kid in there. So they're like, yeah, sure, go upstairs. I'm like, why? I want to watch. Now I like Steve Harvey. I like, you know what I mean? Like I knew who these people was.
Right.
It's like you can't watch this. And I was like,
you can't watch this. Ain't for you.
Yeah, like I'm like about to be in tears. I watch South Park. I watch all the cussing movies.
You gonna tell on yourself? Yeah. You gonna tell on yourself trying to get some shit with your dumb ass?
No, because my dad didn't give a fuck. My dad let me watch whatever I felt like it. So we watched the goddamn movie. I ain't gonna say his little boy name, but this little boy was in I was in first grade, either first or second grade, I don't know. But this boy that was in my class, you know what I mean? Me and him are cool now too, so that's why I ain't really gonna put him on blast.
Right.
Back in the day, you know what I mean? When you raised around us, you say certain stuff.
Oh,
and
right.
I followed this little boy around recess for 20 minutes talking about I want some milk and cookies. I want some milk and cookies. I followed him around recess for 20 minutes just saying that to him.
You was an asshole at 7. You was an asshole at the age of 7.
This motherfucker following people around the goddamn schoolyard talking about I want some goddamn milk and cookies.
Oh shit!
Him downstairs.
Him downstairs.
Yo, I'm so mad at you for doing that. That's funny as shit though.
So after school routine, my brother.
It's funny because you were 7.
Oh,
it's funny because you were 7. That's why it's funny.
This one I know for a fact I was in 1st grade, and I know that I was only 5 because it was the weekend before my birthday. So Friday, everybody come to my little school, and all the old heads play basketball. My brother was always nice at basketball, so he would run with the adults. So my brother was probably, when I was in 1st grade, he was probably like 6th or 7th grade, 6th grade. So he hooping, and then not old head, but he's like older. And I'm doing what I do, cursing at people, being bad, throwing rocks on the basketball court, just being extra. So
bad little ninja shit. I get you.
Yo, yeah, I was so bad, bro. I was so bad. So, dude, which I never seen him before. Everybody know Dazor got busy. So, yo, that young boy over there, like, he wild. So then, dude said to me, like, yo, I'm pretty sure your mother or your father wouldn't like the way you talking out here in front of all these adults. I was like, shut up, dyke. I had no idea what that meant. I had no idea what that meant.
Holy shit. Yo, you need
5 years old.
What this rant has been brought to you by Casamigos.
Yo, I'm not saying that word is funny. I'm not saying because I'm. No, I mean, again,
in context of the story, you were 5.
I was like 5. I had no idea what that meant, and I called this grown ass man a dyke. Shut up. So then he was like, oh, all right, yeah, your mother and your father, you the most disrespectful little kid. I was like, you don't even know my mom, bitch. Like in the middle, yo, I'm like, I really I was like that. Man, I got the fuck home not knowing that my dad grew up with this nigga, bro.
Oh man, fired your ass up.
No, because I went to elementary school in Egg Harbor City. Egg Harbor City and Atlantic City are 2 totally different worlds. Well, now they're the same thing. But
but as it evolved into something different. But at that time,
in '99, this is really the suburbs. Man, this joker grew up with my dad. They grew up in Baccarat, went to high school together. Like they knew each other. Man, he called my dad, nigga, 609-412-0287. My dad had the same cell phone number forever. So my dad came up.
Yo, you had to call that number a lot when you still remember that,
Oh, absolutely. Dad, they about to suspend me. Can you come? Yeah. So I'm in my room playing Tarzan. Tarzan probably had just came out. I'm playing Tarzan on the PlayStation 1. Goddamn, my dad came in my room, sat there, oh, what you doing? Nothing. I was like, oh, you want to play Gran Turismo? He was like, no, I don't want to play no fucking Gran Turismo. I was good today.
Lies.
I ain't do nothing. No, but as far as I know,
my man threw the qualifier at the end today.
But as far as I knew, the only people that could really tell him anything is the school. My siblings didn't say something because if they did, the whole way home, they're gonna tell me that's why you gonna get beat on. That's why you gonna get beat when your dad get home.
Right. They can't wait to talk shit.
Exactly. And then a lot of times that I would just end up telling on myself because they say it until I cry. And I'm like, Dad, they trying to say that I was cussing at the basketball court. I wasn't even cussing. Like that, I just give it up. Man, this joker said he was like, I don't want to play no fucking Gran Turismo. What you know about a dyke? I was like, huh? He said, what's a dyke? Huh?
Oh, God.
What's that? How you spell it?
Oh, damn.
He
hit you with the Google dictionary. He spell checked you and shit. Damn.
Oh shit.
That's hard.
I was a bad kid. Bro, I'll get one of my teachers to come on here one day and let you know. I used to get busy.
Oh, yeah, and that's funny because that was school was different for me. Man, listen.
Yeah,
I wasn't playing. I wasn't playing with none of them, but all the goofy shit that happened in my life happened either after school or outside of school. Like, but it wasn't it was very, very, very different for me. But everybody got their path with it.
All right, bro. So since you went with school joint, right? All right, at the time, I'm going to Ferguson and shit.
You got in trouble a lot too. You was bad as shit too,
nigga. All right, so look. So on this particular occasion, right? Second grade. This is back in the 80s. You might not remember this time. All right, so I'm getting bullied in second grade. Like, mind you, I was little. So to give you a context on how small I was, all right, we talking about second grade, but think about the fact that when I got to high school, I was 4'11".
Me too. When I got to high school. Me too.
4'11". I weighed 105 pounds. So I was the little dude. So, all right, second grade, I'm getting bullied. This some dude, I think he in like 4th or 5th grade. And, he's taking people lunch money in the schoolyard and shit during recess. So I got tired of that shit. I'm like, you're not going to keep on taking my fucking money. So I decided, like, over the weekend, we at home, we playing around and shit. And I don't know how a knife got upstairs in the house. And it's not like it's a regular butter knife or nothing like that. But it's like the knife, like the
Amityville horror, John. You got the
Amityville horror, the Michael Myers stabbed the shit out you knife. It's upstairs in our crib, so I grabbed that shit and I go put it in my book bag. Mind you, it's Saturday night. I put that shit in my book bag, waiting.
Yo, you was fed up with that motherfucker.
Waiting for Monday morning. Cool. Go to school Monday and shit. I'm sitting in the classroom and shit, grabbing books out of my bag. Nosy ass nigga to my left, see the shit. Like,
yo. How he raised his hand, man?
So, he tell the teacher, like, yo, Michael Clark got a knife. Why you say my whole name? Use your
first and last name?
Why you say my whole name?
Oh, man.
Michael Clark got a knife. I got a knife. So the teacher come over or whatever, right? So I'm going in to, like, damage control. It's damage control. How am I do this? What am I saying? What I'm saying? All right, cool.
Nigga, you was about to go to prison. Go
ahead. She gets over there. And she's like, she look in my bag. She was like, she pulled a knife out. And the whole class, like, what the fuck?
No.
Big ass knife. So she's like, what is this for? I was like, well, we be having sandwiches at lunch. I mean, need to cut my sandwich. I don't like eating big pieces of my sandwich. So I was going to use the knife to cut my sandwich.
Man. This brother told his teacher he brought a knife to school to cut sandwiches.
Ever. The worst lie ever, yo. And I'm just looking at this nigga that just told on me, and I'm like, yo, I'ma knock you the fuck out.
If I get this knife back, nigga.
I never got the chance. I never got the chance to knock him the fuck out. I never got the chance to stab this nigga in the fucking schoolyard because I got expelled.
And that's about right. I'm not mad at your ass getting kicked out.
I got kicked out of the school, and they sent me to Douglas.
Oh man, yo, that is hilarious. That's absolutely the funniest shit in the world.
And then
I don't have none of them.
I ended up getting bullied at Douglas by the biggest motherfucker in the school because I was the littlest motherfucker in second grade, and it was just like, don't get me wrong, me and dude tussled and we got it the fuck in, but like I say, I was the small guy, so people like when you immediately show up to a school. Everybody gonna try you
because that's what it's supposed to be.
Nigga, you the new dude. We gotta fuck you up. And then like me and dude was getting into it, and then ended up living around the corner from each other. Me and him had to mix again, like when I was like 13 or 14.
One of them on-site things, like if I see you again,
like it is what it is.
We gonna speak about it. See, I don't have a whole lot of them. Like y'all niggas, like I had a few tussles and all that. I ain't, but like, man, listen, because my folks act up about me, so I had to be careful the kind of shit I got into. So my people stay safe, like, cause, like, you know, like, and that's not, you know, saying like niggas got busy. We had all kinds of goofy shit happening, like, but I really had to be selective about the dumb shit I got into, because, like I said, like I got a group that don't play about me, and they get a little weird, and I wasn't trying to have like none of my sisters and my folks going to jail. Like, hold up, bro, relax. I'm okay. Like, I don't need you to do none of that. It wasn't that. It was this. Relax. So yeah, no, but you know, y'all motherfucking stories is on a different level than mine, because I like y'all. It's so funny how much you two motherfuckers are like on a lot of levels.
That's what I'm about to say, because I have the same exact story, except I didn't get kicked out. Like first of all, I didn't bring the knife to school. I used to keep just like a regular JanSport. I never really had like a kiddie book bag. I think third grade I had a Batman book bag, but every year I just would have like a JanSport. So my dad did carpentry on the side. Long story short, my dad left like a level, one of the angle joints, and then and he left X-Acto, like a box cutter in my book bag. So at the end of the day, I go to put my stuff in my book bag, look in it, and I turn it to the white boy, Michael Andrews. That was my guy. Me and Michael was like this. I say to Michael,
right.
Hey, yo, I was like, I think I got a dagger in my book bag. He was like, you do? Let me see. So I showed it to him. He was like, oh, that's crazy. You're going to get in trouble. So he like, all right, look, we're going to put your stuff. My dumb ass on the way out of school is one of Danny punk ass friend requested me like 2 days ago too. Fuck you, Danny. He used to mess with me all the time, but he will only mess with me when my brother wasn't around. Because if my brother wasn't around, it'll be a fair one. If my brother was around, it'd be a fair one. Me and him can mix it up, whatever. But if my brother wasn't there, then him and his little punk ass friends were like hold me down and shit like that. So Danny was like, as soon as Miss Polly turned her back, I'm gonna slap the shit out you. And I was like, all right, well, I got it on me today. So like that.
I got it. Oh shit! It ain't in the car.
It ain't in the car.
I got it on me today. He was like, you got what? Shit. Man, I opened my book bag like this, like on Pulp Fiction, and all the gold came out. He snatched that shit. I was like, Miss Polly, they sure got a knife. Oh man, why this line? I don't even care. She her friend Facebook. I don't give a fuck. Why this line bitch gonna go in the office talking about I said I was gonna cut her? That wasn't even my repertoire. That wasn't even my MO. Because as disrespectful as I was, I never played with teachers. Because that was the one way to get your beak shot off when you got home.
Right. You knew it was certain things that just wasn't tolerable no matter what.
I'll be disrespectful in like a passive aggressive kind of way, but as to like
that direct heavy disrespect, it wasn't.
Like I'll be defiant, but like to say something to you, never. And when I got suspended for like 8 days, had a whole review to like see if I was going to be able to come back. It was never kicking me out. I was in a gifted program, so like I was never going to get kicked out because I was so smart. So,
yeah, when you're an asset, that happens.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So
they take
and then the following year is when state, when state testing and shit start. So we goddamn I go home, I'm young, my dad's gonna fucking kill me. Because I got the parents like whatever your teacher say is law. Like
right.
If they lie, you might as well have did it. It doesn't matter. But my parents that wasn't even tripping over that because they was like, that's not you.
Right.
She hold by.
It's always good to have that rapport.
I know you see this. I know you. If you look in on this, just know I don't fuck with you. I know me and your friends on Facebook. You be posting all that Trump shit. I don't fuck with you. So
facts. All right, real quick. So
with black kids, but I mean that's here and there.
Oh, that's wow. That's a whole episode. We'll get to that. Boom, real quick. Just Keyshawn Johnson, shout out to him. Rest in peace to his daughter. That situation is sad and crazy. His daughter passed away. She's 25. Yeah. It was on ESPN and all this. It made the news rounds. I believe it was either yesterday or the day before. So I want to definitely say that Marvelous Marvin Hagler, rest in peace, Marvelous, man. One of the greatest goddamn fighters in the history of fighters.
Before we go any further on the Marvelous Marvin Hagler situation, right? I just had a conversation through Facebook with some folks that I work with, and like Kev, me and you, we had the conversation about the COVID shot, and it's been reported that Hagler went into the hospital after he got the COVID shot.
Yeah.
Oh, where?
Yeah. So anybody who is like, this is my opinion. This does not reflect the opinions of KP, aka the Fred Hampton of podcast. Or
you missed that. We'll spin the block. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? It's not
for the people.
But for me personally, until I see all of the possible results that can happen from the vaccines, it's not happening for me. And I had a conversation. It was a guy that I work with who put up a post talking about people are being selfish if they not taking a vaccine. Dude, you never heard of the Tuskegee experiment? Like, I'm of the ilk of thinking that, let's see, I need to know what I'm getting myself into, because this is all preventive maintenance. It's not like I don't, from what I've been reading up on, it's not a cure. This is all preventive maintenance. It's to put you in a position that should you contact COVID, you shouldn't get so sick as opposed to what everybody else is getting.
Right.
But
it's like putting premium in your tank versus regular in some ways, in your estimation, if I can clear it up for people who
and it was a crazy thing because, he's like super gung-ho about the situation. And I'm like, dude, the only reason that most of these people, especially my company, because my company is like pushing it, like everybody should go get it. Like, I got a call from my director asking me, are you going to go take the vaccine? I'm like, you ain't never called my phone ever. Like, ever. Like, the whole time I've been, operating these trains, you've never called my phone. You gonna call my phone today and ask me about some vaccine? I ain't got no rep.
Right.
So for me, it's a point of contention where I'm not so eager to jump, or whatever. I know you express your reasons for it, and I respect those reasons for it. And anybody who is taking a vaccine, I respect you for, your reasons for you taking it, but please respect mine for not going to go jump out here and get it. Like, I've had people close to me. My mom even had COVID, and my mom is in her 60s, diabetic, and she's good. I don't know if she's getting it. I don't know if she's getting the vaccine or whatever, but what I do know is she recovered from it. So you doing the right things, if you eating the right things, you taking care of yourself, you don't really have too much to worry about. It's the people who not doing what they supposed to do and taking care of themselves that are at the greatest risk.
But that's not 100% true though, because there are people who are tip top shape, work out, no pre-existing whatever, and COVID gets the best of them. So I'm not playing devil's advocate or anything. I'm just saying that that's not the 100% finite. If you're not taking care of yourself, COVID, COVID will get the best of you. Or if you are taking care of yourself, you have nothing to worry about. I think that it's definitely something that it's a virus that we knew about, but then just like viruses, they manifest and then they continue to grow and they continue to mutate themselves. So this is a virus that we weren't prepared for. The one thing that this funny that we got to this point, because I wanted to put some truth in the air, because same with you, I've had conversations and I'm vaccinated. Well, I get my second dose next Tuesday. And I'm not, vaccines ain't for everybody. For instance, I don't develop like I've gotten chicken pox a ton of times. Like my body does not develop an immunity to chicken pox. so I have to get a varicella vaccination. So I'm supposed to, but for a while that shit was fucking me up. So certain vaccines aren't for everybody. I definitely agree with you. But I do have, I think I shared this with you, KP. One of my best friends in life, this dude, I love this dude to life. My boy Steve. I'm not gonna say what company he worked for, but he's one of the people. He's a nuclear chemical engineer, something processor, something that my brain did not wrap around.
Right. He's got a lot of letters behind his degrees and shit.
Exactly. Yeah. And
he's one of
nah.
I get it, but you know, it was
he's one of the few people in America who worked on the vaccine. Like, not like, oh, let me trial, and no, like he put his feet on the pavement and helped develop one of the two companies that are the biggest, Moderna or Pfizer. I'm not going to say which one, like I said, but and my understanding is that it's not a live. Well, the world knows that it's not a live virus, but there are a lot of people who are saying like, oh, they're just giving us the live virus. That's not true. They're giving us essentially a sugar. They're giving us RNA that is the shape of what the virus looks like. I don't know if you've ever seen what a virus looks like, but it's literally a geometrical shape with legs on it, and it can't live without a host. So this RNA enters our system, and it mimics what the virus looks like. Therefore, your body will develop the antibodies, or the presumable antibodies that should protect you in the case of you having COVID. Like I said, presumable, because not every vaccine is for everybody. Some people, there's so many things that we don't know about our own bodies that science has no rhyme or reason for. Like, there are probably people who, when they develop those antibodies, that it attacks their own nervous system or whatever. Like, I don't know. I'm not a freaking scientist, but I will say that I do lean on science relatively heavy, because there's so many things that, like, there's so many different liberties that we have if it weren't for science. Like, I play video games all damn day long because of really because of a black woman. Like, we got the damn stoplight because of a black man. We got the super soaker because of a black man. There's so many things in science, scientifically speaking, that I can't turn a blind eye to it. And also, when, you know, I feel like I have so many people to live for, and I had COVID and it was fucking awful. I'm not saying that I was in any position feeling like I was going to die or anything, but I'm like, yo, if I felt like this, I can only imagine how these 500,000 people in America who really lost their lives over it. And my roommates probably watch this and whatever. I'm wanna snipe these jokers in the dark. They made a dumbass decision to go to New York and hang out with some friends from around the country, and they didn't keep my well-being in mind. So as a person who I help take care of my nephews, I was just over my sister's house two straight days helping her, because, you know, her and her man work or whatever the case is. I'm out there, you know, helping my grandmom, and like there's a lot of people that I have to live for. And what would I be if I, you know, hang out with somebody and then I know that I can't get it again, but I carry it to my grandmother? Like, I would never be able to live with that. Even if she was asymptomatic, I would never be able to live with that. So I'm not saying that the vaccine is going to be, oh, you can't carry it, you can't know, but at least I feel like you're making a decision to
protect the people around you and yourself in a way that you're comfortable with. And really, that's what it boils down to. Left not comfortable with it. He wants to see more and have more evidence and more things in front of him. And if that's the way you feel, you absolutely have the right to feel that way. If you feel like it's cool and you're going to do what you're going to do because you want to take as many steps possible to protect those around you, that's cool too. It's really no right or wrong answer to it. When you become right or wrong is when you become an asshole and you start like trying to like push people into what you think because you feel what you think is right 100%. That's where the shit get goofy. Like, you know what I mean?
People jump off the roof with vaccines give kids autism. No, what the fuck? It doesn't. Vaccines don't give kids autism. There has been one study, and this dude had been debunked because he lied in his study.
I was about to say, this motherfucker lied.
Yeah, and then he got his license revoked. There's been one study, and then studies after that it's inconsistent. At the time where you start showing signs of autism in those social areas of your life, you're getting vaccine. You're supposed to get vaccinated to go to school, or supposed to get vaccinated to go to school anyway. So there's just a correlation that at this time, this is when you start to show autism, because you can't test for it. You just show, like, somebody makes an opinion on how you act. So you get this vaccine, you start showing these signs around this age anyway. That's the only correlation that there is from autism to vaccines. And it pained me in my heart to hear, because Royce the 5'9", one of my, like, probably my number 2 favorite rapper ever. He's very open about him believing that his son has autism because of vaccines, and I'm like, no, not my guy. Like, it's just not true.
Right? Yeah, I mean, that's one of them things, man. People going to accept the information from the sources that they choose to accept it from, and it ain't really much you could do about that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Go ahead, Left, because I feel like we getting the energy down. I want to bring it back up real quick.
No, and this is the reason why, for me, I keep a very tight circle. This is the reason why I'm not a lot of places, so the whole vaccination thing, like, I'm not a lot of places because I go to places that I trust. I'm around people that I trust.
Mm-hmm.
So until I see, or X, Y, and Z, until I see that, when I see the results that I'm looking for, okay, all right, cool. Ain't nobody dying from the vaccine. I mean, even though they say Hagler, might have he had the vaccine and then a couple of days later he was gone. But that's one person and their reaction to it. So it's, for me, it's a thing where I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm not too eager to just jump.
Exactly, and that's your right, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
In all aspects of life, if you want to buy a new house, you're not going to jump on the first one that you see. Like, and buy, if I offended anybody because that's my opinion, like, that's the last thing that I want to do. I just want to make sure that when we, as the people who look like us, and even if you don't look like us, people as good people, I want to make sure that the information is out there so we're able to make sound decisions for us. Because, like
exactly.
I said, there's certain people who the vaccine, like I said, varicella vaccination, the chickenpox vaccination does not work for me. It fucks my body up. So, like, that, it doesn't. That's something that I have to live with. And then if I working at a school, encounter a kid who has chickenpox, I'm going to get chickenpox, and then I'm probably going to get shingles. Like, that's something that I know that's a likeliness for me. And if you choose to, not to be, Big Sean said it on his album. He said he had a heart condition, and they was trying to put a pacemaker, and his mom took him to a holistic doctor. He took lithium for 2 weeks, and then the Western doctor was like, we don't need to give you a pacemaker anymore. There's certain stuff that's not for everybody, and Western medicine isn't the number one answer for every single thing.
Right. It's definitely different schools of thought for different issues, and we, more than anything, want to make sure that you understand that we don't look at you no type of way for whatever you believe in, because it's your choice. Because guess what, we're gonna do what we believe in, and that's what it's gonna be. So it's no issues. But
what you eat don't make me shit.
Exactly. But rest in peace to Marvelous. Big shout out and get well to Sean Bradley. I don't know if y'all heard about Sean Bradley.
Yeah, the car accident.
Bro had a bike accident. Actually,
he was
a bike accident.
Somebody hit him.
Yeah, he is paralyzed, and that's some sad shit to hear, man. I was definitely very. I was the throwback shit. I like that.
Keeping it
right.
Yeah,
man, that shit is crazy, man. So Drew Brees retired. Shout out to him, because it
was about that time.
Wait. Shout out to him, football wise, because 5'10" quarterbacks ain't shit in life. So that motherfucker did his thing. Like, on that note, now some of his stances outside of football have been bullshit, and he's lost me on some of them. But I'm speaking strictly as Drew Brees, a football player. Shout out to Drew Brees, a football player. But let me ask y'all a question, because it's something that's been burning in my mind as I see multiple social media posts and things of that nature this week, and I feel like I need to ask y'all, and not just y'all specifically, but y'all, anybody else who's happened to come across this. Yeah, y'all motherfuckers eating Wawa pasta. That's what y'all doing.
No, I tried the Wawa burger.
Yo, you got the burger?
Yeah, I ate that meatloaf, man. You want to know what I was watching when I ate it?
Tell me about what you call it?
Meatloaf.
Oh God!
Or when I used to work in a detention center, and we used to call it a meatloaf, guess to me meat. That's exactly what that shit is.
Yo.
The mystery meat.
Not mystery, guess to me.
No,
guess
it's
to
like,
me.
it's like Scooby.
Yo, oh man.
You ever see the damn, what's that? The Ari Aster movie. You know what Ari Aster is? The director. He did damn. Fuck, what's the hell's that movie called, bro? That weird ass movie where you go to Sweden and then like that cult situation.
Bruh. When they spin the block on it, don't lose.
Midsommar.
Don't lose.
He did Midsommar and Hereditary.
Okay, I've heard of Hereditary. Midsommar doesn't ring a bell, but I heard of Hereditary.
So I'm eating this goddamn guess to me meat burger. You know what the meat you know what the burger remind me of? You know what the burger remind me of?
Yo, I'm laughing because you stopped yourself so motherfucking fast. Oh, wait. Oh. No. Go ahead, bro.
So, you remember back in the day when we used to be, you couldn't afford the OR when we was po. We had those burgers that used to come in that wrapper, and it was frozen, and you had to pop them bitches in the microwave, and the inside might be frozen still, but the bread used to be crunchy as shit because it was in the microwave. You remember them? Until you learned that you had to wrap it in a wet paper towel.
Yo. I know exactly what you talk about. Like the little dollar store Jones, right?
Yeah.
The Jones you get. Yeah.
Like, they kind of like Jimmy Dean, but they like some bullshit. That's what damn Patty remind me of. But I was watching The Strange Thing About the Johnsons, and I was just getting so disgusted with myself. Have you ever seen The Strange Thing About the Johnsons?
Why have you watched that? Why would you do that to yourself?
I've seen that like 5 times.
You are a morbid son of a bitch. Like, why would you watch that shit?
Yeah. I watched it like 5. That was like the 5th time that I've seen it.
Oh man, I like you need a hug, nigga. Like that shit is. Do you watch that shit on purpose, man? I'm aware of Strange Thing About the Johnsons. I have yet to take the experience. I just don't feel the need to. I've heard enough about it to know that I don't want to. So yeah, but I'm aware of the work you're talking about, though.
Yeah, it's the same director and screenwriter who did Hereditary and Midsommar. So, and boy, been weird since he's been weird. So as I'm watching this, I'm eating this burger, bro. Yeah, I'm eating this burger, and it just didn't sit well with my stomach. And I don't know if it's because I'm watching this young boy rape his dad. Like I don't. So, but what I do know is I'm not going to eat that damn burger again. That shit was disgusting.
Yo,
this was just a bad experience.
Listen. This is the crazy shit about the new Wawa menu, though. Being that we talking about it, Kev, you remember Los? Dreads, skateboard.
Yeah.
He in the like, yo, shout out to Los because he is in the commercials. He is the lead actor in the commercials. When you watch the commercials again, you're gonna see it. That's Los. Carlo Campbell. Shout out to Carlo Campbell.
Shout out. Yeah,
you know I mean, that's my guy. He goes back with me to the FN radio. You know, he was one of the hosts of a show back when we had the FN radio. This was my dude that I used to go to when I needed instrumentals or whatever. You would see him on South Street with the dreads, and he on a skateboard with his boombox going down South Street, and he got bars for you every time you see him.
Not the same.
Every time you see Los, like if you say, "Yo, give me some bars," he will freestyle some shit like off the top and kill it. My guy.
Fact. So, shout out to Los on that.
Shout out to Los for landing that spot in the Wawa campaign. It's much love. It's a beautiful thing. Always support my folks. You know what I mean? From the Thor takeover era.
Indeed. All right, boom. So it's 9:44, and I said we wasn't gonna go 2 hours this week, but it looked like we close to that anyway. So I got two more things that I want to bring up, and one of them might take a hot second. But shout out to LeBron James, and I'm gonna tell you why. This brother is taking this notoriety and this fame and this money, and he is doing his thing with it. LeBron James bought a piece of the Boston Red Sox and an even larger piece in his soccer team, which is let me see, Liverpool. Mm-hmm. Like when I tell you this brother is laying a perfect blueprint for how to get money and flip money, put your people on, and keep that money going. Like I love everything Brian does outside of the court. Like I don't care what you feel about him on the court. Y'all know me. Kobe is my guy forever. I don't care who. Kobe's always going to be my guy. Everybody's allowed to have their own guy. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get back to that. But like I was saying, shout out to Brian for everything he's doing because he's just been absolutely incredible with giving back to his community, with just making sure you know, like I said, the people that's with him eat right. It's a great thing to see. I wish we saw more of it from people who are in a position to do these sorts of things. It does. This is something that we should see. It should be commonplace. That's and that's, you know, I really feel like this should be something we're used to, and he's a great blueprint to see how it's done. So salute to him for that. He plays professional sports and has pieces of actual other professional sports teams. Like that's what you need.
Have either of you ever been to Boston?
Boston?
Yeah.
Once.
No, nah. Can't say that I have.
One of the most racist areas I've ever been in, like my entire life. And for that man to buy a piece of a team that is so rooted in their culture is phenomenal. Like I'm not even.
Oh yeah, he pissed a lot of people off with that, and it's a good thing.
I love it. I love
every second of it. Absolutely, I agree 100%. There's just no reason why you shouldn't be excited as hell for him making all these bigot ass crackers angry. Like, yes, like, and if that's how you believe and that's what you are, yep, what I called you stands. You take it how you want. If that's not you, then you shouldn't be upset because you know I'm not speaking to you. So yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. Shout out to Brian. But on that topic, real quick, and this ain't even what I was gonna bring, but I'll table that because I think this is an interesting conversation to bring to y'all too, real quick. What the fuck is this weird thing we got right now, right? Where you can't give somebody credit for being good at something without in turn shitting on a contemporary or a comparison of a person for that. What the fuck is that weird shit now? It's in sports, it's in rap, it's just in general. Like, why can't I say Kobe Bryant, my favorite player, without somebody telling me every stat from Jordan and LeBron? Dog, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't care. Like, I'm not saying them dudes not good. I'm telling you who my favorite is. And I'm not going to tell you who your favorite should be. But that shit is weird. And it's this social media culture. And now, like, this shit wasn't always like motherfuckers argue. Always. Everybody going to have their opinion. We're opinionated folks. We going to have that. But god damn, it's like, you can't mention one without completely shitting on the other. Like, I literally every day see people try and tell me Steph Curry's not an amazing basketball player. Like, what?
Yeah. Yo, like, it's wild. It's wild because for me, like you know me, like you know my favorite player of all time is Patrick Ewing for forever. And it's weird because me being a short dude, like I'm not supposed to, like in the eyes of everybody else, I'm not.
Iverson should be your favorite.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But because of the era that I grew up in and the fact that that's my favorite team, like I'm a Knicks fan, like Pat became my favorite player. His fundamentals and like just the way he was nice. And you know, like I can't explain, you know, too much further on why I fuck with him as much as I do, but do I have respect for the Michael Jordans, the LeBron Jameses, and you know the Kobe and whatnot? Yes, I have great respect for all of them. But that don't make it. No, that was my dude.
Right, you know what I mean? As it should be.
It's always gonna be my dude. That's my favorite player of all fucking time. Like, I don't know, like, and it's weird. People look at me like, yo, you out of pocket for liking fucking Patrick Ewing. No, I'm not. And if you look at his stats, you'll understand why I fucked with him. And I'm old,
right.
So fuck you.
Do you like his
yeah.
You like said his what?
Do you like Patrick
Do I like his sneakers? No, I don't. I don't like the regular brand sneakers or whatever, but the Patrick Ewing Adidas, I fuck with them heavy. And if I can get my hands on another pair of the Patrick Ewing Adidas, I will definitely have them. I had a couple pair before, but I need a new pair. So you got to connect. You got to connect. Yeah. So I'm gonna need you to make that situation happen for me, so I can have my Patrick Ewing Adidas and be riding on my motherfucking motorcycle like with some Patrick Ewing Adidas on. That'd be tight as fuck.
I'll check in for you. There's such a polarized issue. I personally don't like them. There's some people who swear by them, and some people like they the same thing with like KP. No, I don't like foam posits. So and you love foam posits. So like
I'm a foam guy. It's some foam drop this morning.
Me being a Knicks fan right now, I just got the alert that my Knicks beat Orlando today, 94-93. Julius Randle had a triple-double, 18 points, 17 assists.
Why would you tell me that? Oh, I have.
You probably lost some bread on that.
I was going to put money on him having a triple-double, and I decided not to. And gosh dang it. Anyway,
16 dimes.
Damn. Anyway, a gambling show for another time. Not even going to get on that.
Yeah.
But I'm it's weird to me. Like I said, like somebody will say I don't like Steph Curry because I was an Allen Iverson fan, and then they use this comparison. Curry couldn't do with that Sixers team that Iverson did. Like, bro, that was 20 fucking years ago. Like, they don't even play basketball like that no more.
It's usually Kyrie. I hear Kyrie. It's always a Kyrie Iverson comparison. That's what I hear.
Listen, it's tailored to whoever you trying to hate on at that moment.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely tailored to the motherfucker you trying to hate on at that moment. And I just find this shit to be super fucking strange to me, man. Like I don't get it. But it is what we deal with today. So that's just another little old nigga rant from me. But I feel. But then again, it's not really an old nigga rant because most old niggas is into that. They like hating. Like the old niggas, like it's a lot of niggas my age that enjoy hating on people for no reason, simply because it just isn't what they grew up with. So I try to be that anti that. I think Hood can vouch for me where like most niggas he know my age ain't nothing like me as far as like accepting shit and like being cool. Like I'm a little different when it comes to that.
Have y'all seen the video to somebody did like a voiceover of a whole bunch of plays against Jordan and shit, and it was like look at this tough physical defense. Oh yeah, this is the 90s defense, and there's like people literally walking around like shit wasn't super. No, look at this tough physical defense. Like Jordan do a little hezzy, and then dudes like walk past him. Jordan pull up. Oh, this is the up. Mm-hmm. LeBron could never last in his era. And then at the end, the dude was like, LeBron would average 70 points a game if people played like this against him.
Right. All right, so here it is, fellas. I got a few little business points we need to get to towards the end here. So I wanna just go through some things. First off, my man Left, his folks is having a shoe situation. They're giving away shoes to people who need them, women, children, and men, Tuesday, March 23rd at William Wade Community Center, 1315 Spruce Street, Philadelphia, PA 19107. Once again, William Wade Community Center this coming Tuesday, March 23rd, 2021. They're giving away sneaks for those in need of footwear. So please check them out for that. I'm trying to get it on the screen, but I might not be able to because it's in my phone and not in my laptop, but definitely wanted to show that love. So couple of things. We now have a Patreon. So for those of you who are not familiar with Patreon, basically what it is that you have a page, people pledge They give $5 a month or whatever it is to the cause. You get certain special shit that other listeners don't get for that contribution, so on and so forth. Basically, what we are going to be doing here coming up very, very soon is actually within the next 2 weeks is doing our first literally anything raffle giveaway. We will be giving away a $50 gift card to ShopRite and a $50 gift card to Dick's Sporting Goods to a family with a scholar athlete. That is going to be the thing that we are focusing on this first time. We are trying to reward those who are still taking care of their grades, doing their thing, and at the same time, making sure that they're handling their things on the court, the field, the mat, whatever particular sport it is you are into, the ice, whatever that is, any of those things. We want to make sure that you're still handling your business. Try and give you a little bit of help towards that, and also give the family a little bit of help towards some groceries. So it's going to be a $50 gift card for groceries and a $50 Dick's Sporting Good gift card. Please keep an eye out. We will be cutting the ads for those in the next day or two. I was going to try and push it the next week, but I want to make sure we do it right. So over the week, we'll be cutting the ads. We'll be posting them on all our socials. You will see us promoting this and giving you information as to how you can nominate. I got some paperwork situation because I want to make it as streamlined as possible. So we're going to get a Google, everything set up, put it all in. We'll give you all the rules and make sure that's happening. So that's the next move for us. So if you feel like you want to be a part of that, if you want to, make sure that we can get this type of stuff done every month and that the giveaways can be more extravagant and bigger and more impactful to these families, please, 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 please make sure you go onto the Patreon and become a patron. We got a 5, a 10, and a 15. That's it. Nothing too crazy. If you do it for a month and cancel it, we'll take that $5 and gladly be happy with it and put that 5 towards what we doing out here. Because it's not about what y'all giving. It's about what we giving for the people. Fred Hampton of Motherfucking Podcast has spoken. Fellas, we got any parting shots? Anything everybody want to say?
I came into today with some weird energy. I was watching a couple days ago. I watched the Judas and the Black Messiah movie, and then the following day I watched. For those who know me, know that Sahai the Prince is one of my favorite rappers ever. Like even in his short run, I've been listening to him since probably like 2009. So Sahai the Prince is one of my favorite rappers ever. He did an interview with DJ Vlad, and whenever there's a Sahai interview, you get on the subject of Black excellence. So Vlad brought up this I think it's on Netflix. It's a show on or a miniseries on Netflix, a docuseries on Netflix of Will Smith, and it just talks about the plight of just Black people through and through. And it gets to the point where Vlad says something about they in the 60s, a Black guy interviewed a white guy. The white guy said something along the lines of, yeah, the world's getting more liberal. I'm getting more liberal. I'm starting to think of Black people as people. And the Black guy says, well, if you're thinking about Black people as people now, what did you think about them before? And he was like, well, more like kind of like smart pets. And that shit fucked me up this week, like bad. That shit really fucked me up. And thinking back on things and my upbringing of how a lot of times like I was traditionally too Black for this arena and too white or light for this arena, and that like bro that shit is I've had a dark storm cloud over me for since I heard I had to turn the interview off. Like, I couldn't even process anything beyond that. Like there was nothing for me to take home from the interview beyond that, and I was like, yo, those people that really believe that. Like
that shit is traumatizing in real life.
Made, yeah. So like even down to us building a White House, and I was like, America's fortitude can't be founded by Black people, so let's burn it down and rebuild it. Like, and I'm the type of person, I don't give a fuck who you like. You want to come fix these pipes in my house, nigga? Come fix these pipes in my house, Jose. Fix these pipes in my house, Walter.
I don't care what you came from. We all got to grind.
Yeah,
do your
bro.
thing.
Like,
yeah.
Blue. Shit, a C note is blue at this point. So,
right.
I
Facts.
Mean, I that has been heavy on my heart, and so with that being said, I definitely want to shout out my folks, because I know we always get to the point where we shout out businesses. So again,
right.
My cousin Jason Smartell, J Smart Photography, and also I'm gonna try and wear one of his shirts every week. Uniquely Rare Clothing. He does drops every week. I'm gonna have a conversation with him because we need to get this man an online store because his clothes are way too dope and way too high quality for him to just be peddling them on Facebook. Also, Swaps AC, my favorite sneaker store in America, black owned. My cousin Keith, the Muslim barber on Instagram. Jane Designs, my homie Jalishka. You want to customize some sneakers, she got you. Or painting, anything you want, artist, related. I know she does like money boxes for kids' birthdays, and she'll do just a whole slew of things. If you want some things customized for your son or your daughter's birthday parties, whatever the case is, she got you on that. Kelsey's Atlantic City, my favorite restaurant in the world. My folks owns probably the most successful black-owned business in South Jersey. I'd be willing to say New Jersey, but as far as I know, South Jersey.
Right.
Our man, and this is a friend of the show that y'all don't even really know who he is. Our graphic designer, Monk Made Media. This man does all of our graphics.
Indeed, shout out to that brother. Shout out to that brother.
That's a white brother, but that's my guy. He's there for the cause. I've known him for 10 plus years.
Brother's brother if he here for us.
Absolutely.
People. It's about the people.
Last but definitely not least, my man Chris Graves. I've known him since kindergarten. He does the same thing. He does a lot of painting. He does prints. He does clothing. His company is called Rainbow Gardenias. So you can look up Rainbow Gardenias. I'll wear one of his hoodies next week. I couldn't get it in time to get us on here this week, but I got some merch for us to wear on the gym coming too. So that's if you got something you want us to show off. And we're not asking for free shit because I pay for shit if we need to. But if you got something that you feel like, you know what I mean, you want to get off your chest with it as far as that, please let us know. Also, if you are hearing this and you have a business of any kind, small business, whatever you're trying to do, a little hustle, a situation, please let us know. Because we don't have a problem with scrolling your things or across our banners and all that, but I gotta have it, in an organized sort of situation. So I'm gonna put the email for the podcast. Any podcast business comes to the email, and there it is right there. Hold up. So. Lit Anything Podcast please don't forget the dot, because if you forget the dot, then you'll get some other people that ain't us. Lit Anything Podcast .20@gmail.com. I didn't put the @ but you know what the hell I'm trying to say. Y'all know how to send emails. I was rushing. Anyway, so I want to make sure that's done, and y'all see that down there. Please make sure you send all your business information. I will put an entire banner and let that shit scroll across the bottom for a full 5 minutes, so that everybody can get your information down and have it all rocked out. Because that's the way we're going to do things. We're going to try and be as efficient as possible with getting this whole thing together. Me personally, I have a couple. Give me 1 second. Shout out to Lazy Seasonings, as always, my folks' feast. Shout out. Wait a minute. Hold up. So, real fast. You know how certain times, right? You deal with folks and you just ingratiated to them because y'all do like-minded work and so on and so forth. But then other times you work with people and they really become like fam. So Miss Reindeer, Tanique Smith, my folks on Facebook is her name, Tanique Smith. Used to work with her. She's an amazing cook. She's doing her thing this weekend. I'll post the menu on the Facebook page as to not have to worry about none of the other stuff, but get with her if you're in the city and you need to grub. This menu's crazy. I'm gonna put it on the Facebook page, so be looking out for that. I wanted to shout out manually though to make sure that she knew what was going on, because that's folks, and we always want to support folks, because again, that's what this is about. The people, the motherfucking people. That's Miss Rainier that I know.
Yeah, that's the same Miss Rainier, brother.
Oh, I might have to pull up. Give me a little.
Oh yeah, I'll shoot you the menu. No worries. I'll shoot you the menu.
Yeah.
I'll shoot you the menu.
I'm
indeed.
snowboarding on Saturday, but I'll come back down.
Here you go with these European ass activities.
Listen,
It's
man.
always
Wait, bro. You gotta try snowboarding.
It's
For all the
fun,
bullshit,
bro.
like you throwing some shade towards that shit, dog. Listen,
so wait. Let me clarify. If you into snowboarding, that's 100% fine. This shit looks fun. I just know me well enough to know I'm not going out there. But
you just gotta try it one time.
Of course I'm gonna talk shit. You met me before. You know I'm gonna talk shit. Like that's just what this is gonna be. I'm gonna talk shit, but that's some European sounding shit without being disrespectful in any way.
Hey, my 23andMe say that I'm 30% European, so I can get it off.
Hey, brother, you got the complexion for the selection, so I think you'll be all right.
Hey, yo,
this motherfucker just told him he got the complexion for.
Oh shit. No, but listen, man, it's been a solid 2 hours again. Next week we gotta start earlier if we're gonna go 2 hours, y'all, because I'm sure I'm gonna get some dirty looks for this one because I've been down here cackling for 2 whole hours. So we might start at 7:30 next week just to give it a little, cushion, make sure it's good. Listen, man, what's your question, brother?
Do y'all know what y'all remember a chicken finger spot on South Street called Wings and Things?
Absolutely remember Wings and Things on South Street.
Okay, man, check.
I just miss it. That's all. That's all.
Listen, I love the culinary arts.
Like, I don't know if y'all been before, but I want to go again and I can't.
Look, that half the building wasn't even like made. Half the building was like outside and had a big dumbass chicken on the wall.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
South Street is nothing to what it used to be.
Nothing like it used to be. Like we used to run South Street,
bro.
Like,
man.
But I wanna give a shout out to First Class Food LLC. I can't even say it because the Casamigos is definitely doing what it's doing. First Class Food LLC on Instagram. My homie Sylvia, she could cook her ass off. But that was
we plug food 60% of the time. We some greedy motherfuckers. Go ahead.
I don't want to put my belly in
No, you ain't gotta do that. But I'm just saying, like, but no, I just happen to notice that shit.
But I put something up on Facebook and Instagram earlier, and the post was, "Your sanity requires no explanation."
Bruh.
And it's a major thing to me because
I felt that.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people felt that, even if they didn't like it, if they didn't double click like Cam Newton said. Did you double click it? They did. All right. And my reason for posting that is I got a text message over the past week from somebody I hadn't talked to in well over a year. And my reason for not talking to that person in well over a year was because of the fact that they rubbed me the wrong way, and it put me in a space that I didn't like being in. So within that, it made me push myself away from that person. Nah, I'm cool on you. I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm good.
Facts.
I see you. It's, hey, how you doing? I don't got no ill will towards you.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I ain't gonna let you mess up my energy, but I'm also not gonna give you none of my energy.
Not gonna fuck up my energy.
Right.
And I found myself starting to explain why I pushed myself away from. Then I remember who the fuck I was and was like, yo, we not gonna do all this. The back and forth is not gonna happen. I'm cool where I'm at.
And that's
great where I'm at. I don't need none of your motherfucking energy. Stay where you at. And that's all it is. Look, I don't have to explain why I don't want you to be around me. I don't want to explain why I don't want to talk to you no more. I don't got to explain none of that shit. My sanity is the thing that I value the most. Like, it's two things in life that I value more than my children, and that's hard to fucking value anything more than my children. because I can't be everything I need to be for my children if I don't have these two things. Number one, my time. My time is everything. And my sanity. If I don't have my time to get my sanity, I am no good to anybody else. So therefore, if you are disrupting my sanity,
I applaud that 100% and agree, sir. Because we got to take care of ourselves. Go ahead.
You know what I mean? So your mental health is everything. So like I say, your sanity requires no explanation. Plain and simple. That is my message for the week. If you need a message from me, and you might get a message from me every week or whatever, but that's my message for the week. Your sanity requires no explanation. And if you decide you need an explanation for me being sane, fuck you.
So that is all right, and I'm gonna follow that up with, like I told y'all, you're always gonna get jewels from the dad situation over here with me and my guy. We lean heavy on the shit our dads taught us before they left us. My dad was very heavy on one thing, and you would hear him say it quite a bit. Your peace of mind is everything. Dot. It wasn't a lot deeper sentence than that. The conversation wasn't deeper. Your peace of mind is everything. If you don't have a peace of mind, you can't be as 100% productive as you need to be for the people who need you the most. Keep your peace of mind. And with that being said, I need to let y'all know that what gives me peace of mind. Oh, yo, real quick. So I had somebody ask me, why is the name of the podcast so long? So if you are a fan of the Boondocks, right? And you are a fan of Mr. A Pimp Named Slickback, yes,
No,
the
say
whole
the
name.
The
Yes,
whole thing, every time.
Yes. Literally anything podcast for the people. That's the way you need to say it every time. We here for the people. This is me, Fred Hampton, the podcast, telling y'all that we here for the people, for the folks. We out here doing this shit, man. We appreciate y'all. Every time. No need for the mister. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. Yo, I love y'all brothers for rocking out with me, man. We gonna get the hell off of here, let these people get to it. I still gotta chop this episode and get it on Spotify. Yo, everything will be on it'll be on Spotify in the morning. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not doing this shit tonight. It'll be on Spotify in the morning. It'll be on Anchor and all that other shit. Everything that is on, it'll be on in the morning. Hopefully next week Apple will get back with me because Apple played dirty of getting their shit on the joint. Like, these motherfuckers made me do it. Anyway, shout out to the great people at Apple. Please email me back so I can get my shit on Apple Podcasts. Like, I ain't gonna say nothing bad about y'all until y'all post our shit. So shout out to the people at Apple. Please call me the fuck back because I need to get my shit distributed. Thank everybody. YouTube, you see the socials at the bottom. Subscribe, like, do all that if you have not done so. Next week, Miz gonna be on time, so we're gonna start with a whole show with all three people, and we ain't gonna have to worry about it. Please check the page for updates and times and so on and so forth. And with that being said, we bid you adieu. Thank you, kings and queens, for tuning in to us. I hit you with a global throwback.
What?
Ashe.
Kings and Ashe.
Hold on. I gotta show y'all the tattoo so y'all know it's real. Ashe.
Yo, oh my God, you got a Hotep tattoo. Yo, peace out, y'all. We'll see y'all next week.